Guys, welcome back to Project RSX. Today we're on episode 8. And in the last episode, I put my logo on my car, had to get it branded, and also I get the RSX Type S badge from a part out, put it on my whip. In today's episode, I end up traveling to Shelburne to meet up with an old co-worker. He has a lift in his garage, and I can take care of some work that I needed to get done on my vehicle. Guys, what's going on? I'm just driving to Shelburne right now. I'm supposed to meet up with one of my old co-workers. He's a technician at Mazda. He has his own lift in his garage. I'm replacing my axles today, both my front axles on this car. Whenever I'm parked up and I go left and right with the steering wheel, lock to lock, I hear a clunk noise. So not only did I have to replace the front axles, but shortly after I bought this car, a few days of driving, the engine light came on. So that's great. But luckily, while I was at work with my RSX, I scanned it for all the codes, and here's what happened. So guys, if you don't know, I have 3 lights on my dash right now. I have the engine light, I have the airbag light, and I have the ABS light. So when I scanned my car for the engine light, this is what came up. I got P1457. This code means that there's an Evap control system leakage. So I asked my boss if this is a common code, and he says that usually the purge valve goes bad on these RSX. These models, they're screws, they get rusty and it leaks. So I need a purge valve for the Evap system. When I scanned it for the ABS, I got a left front wheel speed sensor code. It says that it's open or there's a short. I know I tested that ABS sensor out previously, so I do need an ABS sensor for the left front wheel. And lastly, I have the airbag light. I got 2 codes for this. One for the seat belt, the buckle for the driver's seat. Whenever I put the seat belt in, it doesn't latch right away. You have to kind of push it in. That I think I could fix. I've seen a few videos where people open up the buckle and they clean it out so that it is a better engagement of the seat belt. And then I have a right front impact sensor code. My front bumper does have the quick release pins in it, so I think it's been damaged before, and that's probably what set off the right front impact sensor, so I'm gonna need that sensor. But for the sake of this video, I'm only focusing on the engine light and getting my front axles in. Ryan! Guys, Ryan's setup is perfect. I mean, we have a whole air compressor here. It's a pretty strong one too, and he has a toolbox, a huge toolbox in his garage. Everything should be easy breezy. Fucking guy lifted it from here.
Oh, who? The person before?
Before him.
Oh shit.
When I first met Ryan, he was coming into Mazda as a level 3 apprentice, and he was ready to write his exam. He got his license shortly after, and I'm in his position right now. I'm currently a level 3 apprentice, and I'm waiting to write my exam. So it's kind of crazy, you know, we can kind of relate on a few things, but I'm not going to be going step by step on everything that we do. But here we use a 36mm socket to take off the axle nut. So the blessed part about this setup is that I could do my thing on one side and Ryan does his thing on the other side, so that we can tackle this job and do it way faster this way. So what you guys are about to see in this clip is kind of messed up, but I mean, afterwards it seems hilarious, but when it happened, it was kind of scary.
What? Watch the top for me? Let me, like the top.
Yeah,
good?
Yeah, I got
Don't worry. That's drywall.
Yeah, so after putting a hole in the ceiling, we go ahead and take out the driver's side axle first. Light over at work.
Oh shit. Well, at least it's still surviving.
Yeah, the magnet got destroyed. Yeah! That's the driver's axle out. For the passenger's axle, I gotta use an air chisel to knock it out. Yes, baby.
What we do, baby?
Passenger axle out. That's how we do it. So at this point, we have successfully taken out both the old axles. I'm just checking over some seals and looking at the new axle, you know, just comparing it. These are the things you have to do when you're replacing parts. Compare everything, see where the tone ring is, make sure it looks the same. The splines, make sure they look the same, you know, the length and all that. And then we just go ahead and put everything in.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Boom, baby.
Fuck yeah, that was hard. And again, we use our teamwork skills because teamwork makes the dream work. All right, I'm tackling one side, Ryan tackling the other side. Put everything back together, and then everything is lovely. And boom, just like that, we got both the front axles in, and I'll show you guys how much of a difference it made for the driver's axle with the noise. See, that's way better.
Way less. This is the type of play
That's
and
a
noise
play.
it should be.
Yeah. So now the axles were taken care of, I'm gonna throw on the wheels, we're gonna tighten that, and then we're gonna move on to the last job, which is the engine light. So here I got this Evap Purge valve from Napa. I got it for $70, and that's a discounted price, so that's why I got it for $70. But this is gonna help take care of my engine light, hopefully. Here you see how rusty the old bolts were inside of the old Evap Purge valve. Like, you can't even see them. It's just rusted to I mean, at least it's a clear indication that this is probably the issue. But taking it out was an even bigger problem, because now whatever we used, it just kept stripping it. So we had to use vice grips, and then we just pulled it out. My camera, I didn't record pulling it out because we were getting frustrated. We got the old Evap Purge valve right here. And here's how it looks with the new Purge valve installed. We used bigger screws this time because the screws go into like a rubber piece. So this way we have a nice seal with the bigger screws, and we put in a zip tie for added protection. And just like that, we're done. Axles in, we put the Purge valve in. Now it's time to turn up.
You're a real cameraman.
Hey guys, let me show you guys an update on the RSX. It's been about well over 2 weeks. Let me show you guys what the dash looks like. Oh, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold. Still a lot of lights. Daytime running light, don't worry about that. You know, I just turn the headlights on, goes away. ABS, still there. SRS, still there. That's for the e-brake, and then no engine light, which is good. I like that. No engine light, guys. We successfully got rid of the engine light. $70. That's perfect. And guys, as for the clunking noise, I still have that noise issue, and I did some researching on some forums, and they told me that it's a common issue when you lower your RSX because of the inner tie rods are designed. It basically creates a binding, so that's what that noise is. Apparently it's bad to lower these cars. You don't really get good like steering and handling, basically sacrificing that whenever you're lowering this car. So maybe in the future, when I do get coilovers, if I adjust it to the perfect height, I can eliminate that issue, and that's what I'm hoping. But as of right now, I don't really care, man. It is what it is. I'm just happy that the engine light's gone. It makes the dash look a lot more cleaner, and that's just one step in the right direction. This is part of the process, guys. I mean, when you have a project, you don't want to do everything all at once. I mean, you could, but just take time with it, you know? And eventually, when you get to the end, it's gonna be worth it. I love this series. Love that I got this car to work on. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, be a part of the Zilla squad. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.